Good morning students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 4. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson cell, the unit of life. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is protoplasm, is a physical basis of a life, which is jelly-like gelatinous substance made up of different chemical compositions, macromolecules, nucleic acids, lipids, protein such as this protoplasm, which contains different organs and cell organelles. So these cell organelles are which is embedded in the protoplasm. So it looks like a foamy appearance. Next, we have seen cell wall. It is the outermost layer giving protection to the cell, divided into three layers: primary, secondary and middle lamellae. Then in the cell wall, primary and middle lamella is continuously arranged, but the secondary wall is unevenly arranged. Those regions are known as pit. The pit, which is consists of outermost layer, is known as pit membrane, which are surrounded by a pit cavity or pit chamber. This pit is divided into two: simple pit and bordered pit. Another one, plasmodesmata, a channel-like region present between the protoplasm of one cell to adjacent cell of another cell, and also it passes through the materials in and out of the cell or one cell to another cell. That is known as plasmodesmata. So this is all the topic we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the next topic, cell membrane and their different theories of a cell membrane. Dear students, the next topic is cell membrane or plasma membrane. So inner to the cell wall, a transparent membrane which encloses the protoplasmic region is known as cell membrane or plasma membrane. It is very thin structure which hold the cytoplasmic content called cytosol. It is extremely very thin, that means less than 10 nanometer. Dear students, this is the diagram which are showing a model of cell membrane. So the cell membrane is made up of with lipoprotein substances, lipid and protein molecules. This protein molecules is also divided into different types. Peripheral protein, that means which is present in the margin. Another one, integral protein, which connects the two layers, two lipid layers. Another kind of protein is also there, channel protein. That means it forms a channel or a canal to pass through the molecules in and out of the cell. That type of protein is known as channel protein. Another one, alpha helix protein, is also present here. Then some proteins are oval shaped, they are known as globular protein. Some globular protein which are containing the glucose molecule or carbohydrate. So those proteins are known as glycoprotein. Apart from that, some cholesterol substance also present in the bilipid layer. Then glycolipid is also present in the cell membrane. So this is the model of cell membrane. Dear students, different model is there. First model of cell membrane is fluid mosaic model. Is a very important 5-mark question. Kindly note down in your textbook. Fluid mosaic model. This model was proposed by Jonathan Singer and Garth Nicholson in the year 1972. This model, which is made up of lipid and proteins together. I told you lipoprotein molecules. Cell membranes are made up of with lipoprotein molecule, isn't it? So this model is also made up of with, what is that one? Lipid and a protein together, along with a little amount of carbohydrate is also present. The lipid, which is made up of with phospholipid. This phospholipid contains two regions. One is the hydrophobic tail. That means absence of water. The tail region is hydrophobic. Phobic means fear. Hydro means water, fear of water. So tail region, there is no water content. That is said to be hydrophobic tail. And hydrophilic head. Head region means it absorbs the water molecule or it contains water molecule. So the lipid membrane is made up of phospholipid. The phospholipid contains two regions. One is the hydrophobic tail and the hydrophilic head region. Dear students, the hydrophobic tail repels water. I told you, it does not absorb the water, isn't it? It avoids water molecule. That's why it's said to be hydrophobic tail repels water. It is avoiding the water. And hydrophilic head attracts the water molecule. So the phospholipid consists of two regions, tail and head. Tail is hydrophobic. That means it absorbs water, avoid water molecule. Then head region is hydrophilic. It attracts the water molecule. That is said to be the lipid layer of fluid mosaic model. Next one, protein. The protein of this membrane is made up of with globular protein, oval shaped globular protein, which are found in the intermingled between lipid bilayer. That means the globular proteins are found in the intermingled between the bilipid layer, most of which are projecting beyond the bilipid layer. That means they will be come out of the bilipid layer, comes out of the bilipid layer. These proteins are called integral protein. So these proteins are known as, what is that one? Integral proteins. So proteins are globular protein which are found in the intermingled between the bilayer of lipid molecules. Most probably they are projecting, comes out, projecting means comes out beyond the bilayer of lipid. These proteins are known as integral protein. Some proteins are superficially attached, either surface of the lipid layer. So some of the proteins which are attached to the lipid bilayer, those proteins are called peripheral proteins. I told you, some of the protein which is located in the marginal region, isn't it? So that is said to be, what is that one? Peripheral protein. Some of the proteins are present between the lipid of bilayer, that is integral protein. So these protein molecules are responsible for the transport of molecules across the cell membrane And also these protein molecules act as an enzyme, receptors, antigen. So they act as an enzyme and receptors, antigen. So this is said to be the fluid mosaic model. So apart from the lipid and protein molecules, a carbohydrate is also present in the fluid mosaic model. In this model, carbohydrates are arranged in the form of small short chain made up of with polysaccharide. Saccharides means more than 3 glucose molecules, said to be polysaccharides. These carbohydrates are found either with glycoprotein or glycolipid. So they are attached, bound means attached with either glycoprotein or glycolipid. So they are form a compound structure is known as glycocalyx. A carbohydrate molecules bound with either glycoprotein or glycolipid and form a complex structure is known as glycocalyx. The movement of membrane lipids from one side of the membrane to the other side by vertical movement is known as flip-flopping or flip-flop movement. So the lipid is made up of with 2 layers, isn't it? Bilayer lipid. So the lipid from the one side of the membrane is moving to the other side by vertical movement is called flip-flopping or flip-flop movement. This movement is taken place in a very slow manner. Then the lateral diffusion of the lipid molecule. So the lateral side is also the lipid molecules diffusion, spreading is taken place, but it will be very faster. But the flip-flop movement of the lipid is very slow. They are moving in the vertical movement. The lateral movement is very fast, vertical movement is very slow. The phospholipids have the flip-flop movement because the phospholipids are smaller polar region. That means that the tip is very small. Whereas the proteins cannot flip-flop because the polar region is extensive. So phospholipid only have the flip-flop movement. Flip-flop movement means they are moving in the vertical direction. That means one side of the lipid layer to the another side by a vertical movement. That is said to be flip-flop movement because the phospholipids are having the smaller polar region, tip region. But this polar region is absent in the proteins. So they cannot show the flip-flop movement because the polar region is extensive. So this is said to be the fluid mosaic model of cell membrane. Dear students, the next topic is cell transport. So with the help of the plasmodesmata, they are transporting the molecules in and out of the cell or one cell to another cell. And also the cell membrane is also act as a transport material. The one of the model of the cell membrane is fluid mosaic model. It consists of 3 molecules: lipid, protein and a carbohydrate. The lipid, which is made up of bilayer phospholipid. Another one is the protein molecules. So these are all the different components which is present in the fluid mosaic model. How they are transporting the food material in and out of the cell. That is said to be cell transport. Cell membrane acts as a channel of transport for molecules. The cell membrane is known as selectively permeable membrane. That means it does not allow all the molecules in and out of the cell. It selects only the certain molecules to enter into the cell. So that this cell membrane is known as selectively, that means partially permeable membrane. And also it transports the molecules by depending the energy process. Some of the activities are energy independent process. Some activities depending upon the energy. Some of them is not depending the energy. In this cell membrane, some kinds of protein is present. We have seen in the fluid mosaic model. That proteins are known as channel and carrier protein. This channel and carrier protein are involved in the movement of ions and molecules across the cell membrane. This is said to be cell transport. It is divided into different types: endocytosis and exocytosis. So before going to see this, we are going to see the structure of a bilipid layer of a cell membrane along with a carrier protein and channel protein. Dear students, see the diagram, how the molecules which are entering into the cell through cell membrane. So the outermost layer is said to be the lipid layer, and innermost is also they are having the lipid layer. So that is a bilipid layer. These bilipid layer are bounded with proteins. Some proteins are act as a channel. That means calvi. By creating a small path, they are allows the molecules, select the molecules and allows the molecules in and out of the cell. That proteins are known as channel proteins. Another one is said to be the carrier protein. So carrier protein means they are act as a bag-like structure to carry at a time only one molecules in and out of the cell. That type of protein is said to be carrier protein. But the channel protein which allows large molecule at a time or many molecules at a time. So with the help of the cell membrane only, they are transmit the molecules in and out of the cell. The outer region is said to be extracellular space. The inner region of a cell membrane is known as intracellular space. Between these two spaces only, they are transporting the molecule via channel protein and carrier protein. Dear students, now we are going to see different methods of a transport of molecules through cell membrane. One is endocytosis, another one is the exocytosis. The surface of a cell membrane have the capacity to transport the individual molecules and ions. If they are transporting large quantity of solids and liquids into a cell, that means inner to the cell. Inner means endo. That transport is known as endocytosis. They are transporting large, which one is transporting? Cell membrane, which are transporting large quantity of solids and liquids inner side of a cell into the cell is known as endocytosis. Endo, inner. Okay, through the cell membrane, they are transporting the molecule. Or out of the cell. That means they are transporting large quantity of solids and liquids out of the cell is known as exocytosis. Exo means outer. They are sending molecules to the outer region. That is exocytosis. They are transporting molecules inner to the cell, means endocytosis. So these are the two methods of transporting the molecule through cell membrane. First, endocytosis. How they are transporting the large quantity of solids and liquids inner to the cell. At the time of endocytosis, the cell bind up the cell surface membrane around the material. That means in the outer side, it contains large amount of molecules and ions. The cell membrane, which are selecting particular molecule or ions and wind up the or around the or surrounds the molecules and ions which is present in the outer side. And bring it into the inner side of a cell is known as endocytosis. That means the cell membrane which surrounds the molecules or ions which is present in the outside, and then it passes through the molecules via channel protein into the cell is known as endocytosis. Dear students, see the diagram. Exo and endocytosis. First one, endocytosis. Outer side, that is at the center region, it's said to be the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Above the plasma membrane is known as outer region. Inner side is known as inner side of the cell. Okay. So outer side, they are having different molecules and ions. They are variated in the form of colors, yellow color, blue color and red color. The shape is also vary. So these molecules and ions are rounded up by cell membrane, and then it will be enter inner side of the cell is known as endocytosis. Another one, exocytosis. The molecule which are present in the inner side of the cell is surrounded by food vacuole. These vacuoles are attached to the cell membrane. The cell membrane which enlarges and liberate the molecules outside. That is said to be exocytosis. See the cytoplasmic region, plasma membrane, They are made up of with the outer region fluid, extracellular fluid. This is also divided into phagocytosis, pinocytosis, and receptor mediated endocytosis. What is phago, pino, and receptor mediated endocytosis? We will see in the next paragraph. Dear students, the endocytosis is again divided into two types, pinocytosis and phagocytosis. First one, phagocytosis. The molecules or ions or particles engulf அப்படின்னா முழுங்கிறது by a membrane which are folds around it and form a small vesicle around the ion or a molecule. The enzymes which is present in the cell membrane digest the material and the products are absorbed by cytoplasm. That is phagocytosis. The particle, molecules or ion engulfed by cell membrane which folds around it and forms vesicle. Vesicle means a small bubble or a cavity with a layer. The enzyme digests the material and products are absorbed by cytoplasm. Next one, pinocytosis. The fluid droplets are engulfed by membrane. First one is solid particle. That's its given particle, okay. Solid particles are engulfed by cell membrane. Once they are entered into the cytoplasm contains the enzymes which digest the material. Second one, pinocytosis. The fluid particles are engulfed or eaten by cell membrane which forming the vesicle around them. Next one, exocytosis. In this exocytosis, the vesicle or protein, carrier protein which are attached to the cell membrane and eject the content. I told you, isn't it? The particles which is present in the inner side which are forming the vesicle along with the protein which are carrying the content and which is attached to the cell membrane and they are ejecting, that means releasing the material outside. This passage of the material out of the cell is known as exocytosis. So this material may be, that means the passage material or a canal material may be secretion in the case of digestive enzymes, hormones or mucus. So the materials are made up of digestive enzymes or hormones or mucus. So this is said to be different types of cell transport: endocytosis, exocytosis. The endocytosis again divided into phagocytosis and pinocytosis. Next, we are going to see the signal transduction. The process by which the cell which receives the information from outside and the cell which are responding the outer information is known as signal transduction. The process by which the cell receive information from outside and respond is called signal transduction. Is the important 2-mark question. In most of the plants, fungi and animal cell, the nitric oxide is used as a signaling molecule. The cell membrane is act as a site of chemical interaction because it only transporting the molecule in and out of the cell, isn't it? So the cell membrane is act as a site of chemical interaction of signal transduction. The receptors which is present in the cell membrane receive the information from the first messenger and transmit the message through the series of protein which is present in the cell membrane. This membrane protein activates second messenger which stimulates the cell to carry out specific function. That means how cell membrane is transporting the molecule. It's given by a process is called, what is that one? Signal transduction. That means a cell which receives the information from the outer side and it responds is known as signal transduction. In most of the plants, fungi and animal cell, nitric oxide is used as an signaling molecule. The site of the signal transduction is cell membrane. The receptor which is present in the cell membrane receives the message known as the first messenger and transmit the message to the membrane protein. This protein acts as a transmitter which activates second messenger which stimulates the cell to carry out the specific function. That is said to be signal transduction is the important 3-mark question, and the nitric oxide used as an signaling molecule is the important 1-mark question. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is cell membrane, fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, different types of cell transport, endocytosis and exocytosis. Endocytosis again divided into pinocytosis and phagocytosis. Then what is signal transduction? Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best children.